Ahoy there, Carl White here. Welcome back to Loan Officer Freedom, often imitated but never duplicated. The number one podcast for loan officers in America that want more of good and less of bad, right? Who doesn't want that? So, hey, today I want to share with you something that came from a text message that I got from one of my private clients, one of my alliance members, super cool guy out of Long Beach, California, Glenn Salmau, and Glenn, very successful loan officer, and he asked me a great question. He shot me over a quick text. Said, "Hey, Carl, I got a quick question for you." And I'm going to share this with you because I think this can really unlock a big opportunity for you. And you'll be glad that you listen to this episode today. So, all right, here's what Glenn texted me. So he said, and I'm going to read it verbatim here. And I got Glenn. Glenn said, being the totally cool person he is, said, absolutely, you can share this. So I am. He said, "Hey, Carl, good morning. A member of my church is the CEO of a credit union here. And what's a good approach for her? What type of business should I be looking for from a credit union? Like, in other words, hey, I've got somebody, goes to my church. I casually know them. They're the CEO of a local credit union. How can I help them and how can they help me? Right? Great question. Right? Cause Glenn knows something. He knows a lot of things, but one of the things he knows it's all about who you're hanging out with, right? That's a really, really, really big deal. So here's what I told Glenn. I said, and again, I'm just going to read the text that I sent to him. I said, "Hey, Glenn, send something like this." And so here's what I told him to send. "Hey, insert in CEO's name. Hope you're doing great. Hey, I was thinking I might be helpful for your credit union to have as a trusted mortgage partner that you can lean on when your members are looking for a home loan. What we've seen is the continuation of this text. What we've seen is when credit union members call the big banks for a mortgage, they often end up moving over their car loans, their credit cards, even their checking accounts to the big bank, right? The big bank, while they're doing their mortgage, says, they do an upsell to them. Say, hey, we can do your car loans over here too, right? And then he goes on to say, I help credit unions protect those relationships by giving your members great mortgage service without ever trying to take any of the other business because I don't do that other business, right? So if you're open to it, I'd love to have a quick chat and see if there's a way I can help you out, right? And that was the text. Now, let's talk about what's really happening here. So, credit union leaders aren't always thinking about mortgages as a threat to their overall relationship with a member, but it is, right? So, a lot of credit unions don't do mortgages, or if they do mortgages, they only do home equity lines. Or if they do first mortgages, oftentimes they don't do VA, they don't do FHA. It's only a Fannie or Freddie product, right? Oftentimes, I'd say more times than not. And probably more times than not, they don't do any loans, right? So, and when their members call a big bank for a mortgage, it's not that they might get cross-sold, they're going to get cross-sold into moving everything else over also, right? No, and who could, and that's what they're supposed to do, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's how it's supposed to work. So here's the kicker. So you're there not to compete with the credit union. You're there to protect them, right? That's the pitch here, right? Which is true. That's your or better said, that's your value proposition. That's your secret weapon. Is you're offering partnership, not competition. And when you approach them with that kind of message, you go from just another LO looking to be a strategic ally, you become someone that's looking out for their business, that's got their back, and that's a game changer for you. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. Hey, just real quick, I just thought of it before I go on, just real quick. Hey, if you want to be a part of these conversations, like, hey, if you got a question, just we get on the horn or you shoot me a quick text or we meet, on a Zoom. Man, I love doing this stuff. I really, really, really do. And so like with Glenn, we meet up on Zoom, we talk strategies, we talk wins. We work through real stuff that helps you close more loans. But if you want to check it out and be one of my private clients, just go to loanofficerstrategycall.com, loanofficerstrategycall.com, and tell them you're interested. You'd like some information about the alliance. So anyway, all right, let's get back to this. So here's your takeaway from this episode. So number one, credit unions are an incredible, mostly untapped referral source. I have literally closed hundreds and hundreds of loans from one credit union, right? Just a great, 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 great resource. So number one, credit unions are an incredible untapped referral source. Number two, they already have your future clients sitting in their member base. Like they're already there, and they're kind of pre-sold because they trust the credit union, so they trust who the credit union refers to. And number three, most loan officers never reach out to these credit unions. They never ask. And what that means is the door is wide open, right? The door is wide open. They never get asked out on a date because everybody thinks somebody else is going to ask them out for a date, right? And nobody's asking them out for the date. It's like the prom queen that doesn't get a date, right? It's just like you have to, like you just reach out and ask them, right? So here's what I want you to do after this episode. Look up a few credit unions in your area. Find out which is going to be most don't do mortgages, or they only do like the top grade A prime choice borrowers. So find out who those are. It's going to be most of them, right? Find out who the branch manager or CEO is, and reach out with that message that I just gave you. And you're welcome, like, to get a transcript of this and use it word for word, or tweak it to sound like you, like however you would sound. Here's the important thing: just have a conversation, right? That's it. It's real simple stuff. And that one move could create a steady stream of referrals that feeds your pipeline like it did mine for years, right? For years, that one contact, years. So I know a lot of loan officers with rates going up and down right now. They're going, hey, let me stop all my purchase stuff and take advantage of the refi stuff. Nothing wrong with the refi stuff. I think last month it was 17% of our business. So I love refi stuff. But don't ignore the purchase in the process. Don't ignore the purchase in the process. And these credit unions are just a plethora of information. And look, the credit union doesn't even need to be in your town. Like, it does not need to be in your area. That it'd be just as easy for me to work in a credit union in Omaha, Nebraska, which is a lovely place, by the way, as it is right here in my backyard. Like, it doesn't matter. In today's world, one thing that Amazon has done, and frankly that Quicken Loans has done for me, is taught people you can get a loan from. You don't have to be. You don't come to my office anymore, right? That's not. People don't want to come to my office or your office, right? They want to do things online. They want to do it on a Zoom. They want to do it on a phone call. And gosh, that works out for all of us, because now we can be on the other side of the country, and still get business with them, right? So anyway, all right, my friend, that's it. So just understand that this one move could literally create a steady stream of referrals that feeds your pipeline for years. So, all right, that's it for today. Just a short but very, very, very powerful strategy that you can put into action right away, and put this stuff to use. Like, don't just listen to this stuff, you know. And if you need a wingman, or like an accountability buddy, again, reach out to us. Like, reach out to us. We're happy to help you with that stuff. So loanofficerstrategycall.com, loanofficerstrategycall.com. So, all right, that's it. So, again, this is Carl White, your wingman, signing off from the Loan Officer Freedom. And remember, freedom isn't doing more, it's doing different. Freedom isn't doing more, it's doing different. So let's do different. Take care. I'll see you on the next episode. Oh, and if you got value from today's episode, which that's the plan, right? Share it with a fellow loan officer. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out what's coming next. And I'll see you on the next episode.